Hi, I'm Kelly from Jones Jewellery. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cool chain link. So I've made it into a bracelet. You really can make whatever you like with it. You can do what you want once you've got the little one made. So it's just you make one of these and you just keep repeating it like chain links. I've put a list of everything you'll need in the description below. So let's get to it. So to make this chain, you'll need some 0.8mm wire, which is 20 gauge. Each little link is 6 inches, so obviously do as many links as you like. You'll need some little beads, 3mm, so for each link you'll need a bead, and you'll need 2 jump rings per link. So you can do it as long or as short as you like, or you can use them to add them to other things. You can also add them as a cute little dangle to things too. For my jump rings I used 1.2mm wire, which is 16 gauge, and I just wrapped that around my bail pliers and cut it. So my jump rings are about 6mm outside measurement, and when I made them I used this size on the bail pliers and then just chopped them up, and there we have them. So I've got my bail pliers, which I'm using quite a lot today, pliers, round nose pliers and cutters. You'll need heavier duty cutters or a pair of old cutters for your jump rings, because you don't want to spoil your good cutters. And I think that's it. Let's get to it. So the short that you've probably seen already was very quick and very fancy, and it does look a lot easier than it is to do. So what we're going to do is grip the centre of so cut your wires to the length that I have, grip the centre of your first wire, and we're going to wrap around. I'm going around this size of the bail pliers to wrap around there. It doesn't matter what you use if you haven't got bail pliers, as long as you do the same thing to each one, so they're all roughly the same size. And then I'm going to take a smaller size, gripping it just here. Take the wires over the pliers, separate them up the front, bring them up the front. So we've got quite a short one this week. I thought I'd try a bracelet for a change. I've seen a few online of these short ones with the little links, so I thought I'd have a go at doing one. So when you get to this point, hold the pliers, hold the wire, and we'll take this wire. Which one do we want to take first? We'll take this wire and we'll bring him over and down. So you want to really push it against the wire. And then the other one goes the other way. So they cross at the top. Oh, they go opposite ways. And then this one comes around and it's going to go through. So you bend the end. You lift it up and you push that through. You might find your own way of doing this, and if you're making a few as you're making your bracelet, as long as you do the same thing to each one. So when we get to here, we're going to cut that off. Let's level it up a bit first. And then chop that off. And press it flat. Shooting bits of wire everywhere. Not a good start. So that's our first loop done. And then this one comes around. We're going to pop a bead on there. So find a bead. Pop that on there. Gracie's snoring her head off already. And then we're going to pull this wire across like that. Holding this wire down, you're going to bend it over and across the back. Now here, to try and keep it nice and tidy, squeeze that wire around the side. It just grips it and makes it look a bit neater. So then the wire's over this side. Bring it over this side. And do the same, grip that side and give it a little squeeze so it grips it. Scoop that wire out. You can do whatever you want with these wires. Just make sure you keep doing the same thing so they all match. And then take the end and hold in this here. I'm going to bring the end around, push it through, level it up a bit, squeeze that around. Now this little end has been doing my head in because we always end up with a sharp bit. So if we cut it a bit longer and then push it around, if my sharp bit ends up past that part, and it shouldn't be too sharp at the back there. There we go. So that won't have a sharp bit. So level it up if you need to. And there we have it, a nice little link. It is a little bit fiddlier than it first seems. Once you've made a few, you'll probably make them a lot quicker than I am. So then if we open a few jump rings, so we have one jump ring through the top. And another jump ring through the bottom. And then as you make more, you can attach the jump rings together. Just make sure they're all facing forwards, because there's a definite front and back to this link. Like I've just put it on back to front again. So there is a definite front and back to these links. So I've made a whole bunch of them. And I need to oxidise. I'll just make a clasp. And we need to do one in keep with the shape, really. I'll show you how to do the clasp. I use the 1.2mm for all of my my jump rings and my clasps and things. 1.2 is 16 American wire gauge. And I won't need much for this. Cut about 3 inches, I reckon. So yeah, when I'm making jump rings, I just use the 1.2 and the bail pliers. So for this, we're going to go around the same size. Should go a bit bigger. We'll go around the same size. And with the clasps as well, it always looks nice if you hammer it. I just gave it a little wiggle there. And then we need to bend it over. it around to meet. And that's the first part done. So we're going to attach that with a slightly bigger jump ring. So this one's at 8mm. Just link that onto the bottom of the chain. Put another 3 inches of that thick frame wire. Find the centre and we'll bend it over. We want it flat this time. And what we're going to do, we're going to take that over, go over a smaller one, I think. We want the end to curl up a little bit. So you want it quite close. And then here, we're going to bend them round the other way. So I'm going to cut them off. These old cutters are mine. I bought these really cheap and they are fantastic. They've got no name on them. They're no good for the normal cuts that we do because they don't cut very nice, but the bigger wire, really good. Hobbycraft, if you're in the UK, the Hobbycraft standard ones. We bend those ends around. Get them nice and tight, closed. And that then is your clasp, but it will just keep. So what you've got to do is you've got to press that down. So it just slides in and it's a nice, grips it nicely. And it won't come out. I mean, it will if you pull it. So have it nice and close. And then we attach this to the other side. So I'll run and oxidize and I'll show you the finished thing. So there we have it, finished. I've oxidized mine. If you'd like help oxidizing yours, I did a video on oxidizing and aftercare. I'll put a link in the description below. So I really love how it's come out, and these simple little chain links, and you can add them to so many things, and that clasp as well. Nice and chunky, and it's easier to put on, and you won't lose it so quick. It does come off if you pull it. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video interesting, and please subscribe, please like, and thanks for joining me again. I shall see you all soon. Bye for now. Bye.